Hi, everybody. Welcome to Mother Phoenix Rising. We are going to talk about friendships
And building relationships.
and building relationships.
Yeah.
There is nothing more exciting than finding new friends. And we think it's really hard to find a friend, but if you're not wanting or putting yourself out there, you're really not going to find a friend.
Right.
Or even relationships, just building that little bit of relationship.
Just the start. Well, we were just at dinner
Yeah,
and
we
across
love
the
having
street.
dinner together. We love having dinner.
So we went to dinner
together.
and we finished our dinner and we're sitting there and we ended up talking to a Chinese physician
Yes.
who studied Ayurvedic medicine, and then a tennis pro stopped by our table, and they both just came by and go, "Hi, ladies," it's funny when you're open to talking to people.
Oh, there's no
They
question.
appear.
I think that we were, looking over at other people and thinking, oh my gosh, look at this and look at this. We weren't making fun of anybody. We were just acknowledging something. And the gal turned around and just giggled. She goes, I was thinking the same thing. And then all of a sudden, we just kind of drew her in. And all of a sudden, we just exchanged information.
And she was so knowledgeable, and I was so interested in what she was talking about and what she did as a physician. So,
and she's a more of a naturopath,
right.
or
along the natural line.
Yeah, around the natural line, more of the what is it? Ayurvedic.
Yeah,
That's what
Ayurvedic.
Ayurvedic.
Medicine.
And she just did that kind of medicine, and it fascinated me because I love that, and it's funny that we both drew what we both love, and so that's what's happening right now in the world. And if you put your energy out there and know that that's what you want to meet,
right?
That's the kind of people that kind of are drawn in.
Yeah.
And
they just show up when you least expect it.
Yeah, we sat and talked and shared information, and everything felt just wonderful because it was the same type of energy that we were interacting with.
Right.
And
we knew people that could help her with
because she just moved here.
Yeah. So it's just funny how somebody that can maybe help other people.
Yeah, well, you can connect each other, and all of a sudden you still become that same little community.
Right.
You're all in, and then we're laughing and talking again, and this guy's walking out, and
he stops and comes back in. He goes, "Hi, ladies."
Yeah, and it wasn't like any kind of, when some people think, oh, they were just trying to pick up. No, it was our energy that drew him in, and I could see that.
Yeah.
And he had the same kind of energy that we did.
Right.
Energetic and loved to do different things and
love what he did.
Yeah.
I mean, as a tennis pro.
He was passionate about it.
Very. I mean, he went from baseball to tennis and just loves it. And he's so passionate about it. And so we chatted with him for a while.
Yeah, and he had also moved in the community.
Right.
And I think it's really important that all of us realize that even if you don't move into a community, but if a new person comes in, get to know them.
Yeah, welcome them.
Yeah, they might be part of what you need or information that they can give you that connect you with something that you need or want or are looking for. It was quite interesting.
It was. And it just kind of flashed back when my children were in school. They come home from school and they go, oh my gosh, there's a new kid at school and they're so cool. And they'd end up being their best friend. And they were always and I go, that is so sweet that you are so open to new people, because you know how especially with girls, they get their little cliques and they don't want anybody else to invite,
And that's so unhealthy.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see.
It's fun to, I was happy that they're so open to inviting new people in their life, and maybe that's where they get it from. Maybe we are the same way. It's good energy.
They're going to watch us and they're going to see what we're doing, and I think it's a healthy thing to show people that anybody, that it doesn't matter what they look like, what they're wearing. Judgment is ridiculous. We've gotten into that for so long that we don't even realize we're doing it.
Yeah.
But I think that if you draw somebody in, get to know them. Doesn't mean that you're going to be best friends or not best friends, but they might connect you to that next person you're needing for health or somebody to fix your house or a car, anything. There's such amazing people out there that are really part of your community. And if you keep building that community out
Right.
more and more and more, the more you put out that love of what you are, who you are, the more those people, that the right people, are drawn in. And they notice it.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's so funny because my daughter met this lady and she goes, Mom, you've got to meet her. So I went over and spent like over 3 hours today
Oh my gosh.
just chatting with her. And
What does she do?
she's an herbalist and
Oh my
she's into
gosh.
herbs, and she had a big corporate business and got into this to help her granddaughter. And it's just so
I
fascinating. We were like, I just felt a real connection by the time I left there. And I just
You know,
said,
I went to an herbal class for 12 weeks and learned how to create all the tinctures and stuff. People like that are fascinating.
yeah.
They teach you so much. So she had to have been just
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, she's been doing it for a long time now because I think her granddaughter is in her late 20s, so and
Wow.
married, and it's just funny how getting to know somebody and why they do some of the things they do or the paths they choose is fascinating.
Yeah, and I
And-
think we're all called to a certain path. I think sometimes we do something and then we do something completely different,
Mhm.
and you think, gosh, am I being called to the right place? It doesn't have to be the same thing you did in the past. I think sometimes we're called to do something else, and it's just, it feels good.
Mhm.
It feels good. And it doesn't matter what you've done. It just, you know, if you're feeling good about where you're going, it doesn't matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, judgment has not to be with part of that.
Right.
It really
right.
is not important. It's just totally gaining these wonderful relationships.
Oh, absolutely. The
And
path
connecting each other, you know?
that's what I always say. It's the path of connection and drawing people in and connecting them with other people, and you just keeping in connection with them. It's funny because I write a list every couple months. I'll write down. I thought, you know what? There's people I really haven't seen in a while that I really want to connect with, and I'll make this list of those names. And it's like
Yeah.
I try to reach out and touch new people every month. And every now and then it's like I think, okay, I keep moving the same list over to the next month, and it's like I really need to call her. You know, I really miss her.
But don't
And
you think we put too much pressure on ourselves, though? Thinking that we have to do all
well,
those
but
things?
that's the way I've been my whole life. Is I
Yeah,
was always
you
the
are.
bring people into the party
Together,
or to
the
bring
team,
people
yeah.
together. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like I feel almost obligated. And then when I call them, they go, "Oh my gosh, I've been meaning to call you."
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
Yeah, so, you know, setting up relationships, whether you're out to dinner, you're in the grocery store, make that extra effort, even if you just smile and say
Yeah.
hello. You know, it would surprise you many times as to why that person needed to be in your life, even if it's
or
for
how
a week
meaningful
or
it
for-
is for them or for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
It's plus it always makes me feel good. I'm like, she was so cool. I really enjoyed that. So
And you learn so many new things that people were doing that you wouldn't even imagine.
what do they
you
say?
know?
Expand your
Yeah.
horizons.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. But anyway, we're not going to make this really long. We just wanted you to kind of get some tips on go out there, have fun, meet new people, make some new friendships.
Start the conversation yourself,
Yeah.
perhaps, but
And-
especially if you hear something they're saying and think I'd like to
Right.
know more.
See, I'm not trying to be nosy, but and then
Yeah.
just put in yours. If they kind of give you the idea like go away,
Yeah.
you can go away. But most people don't want to
They
do
wanna-
that.
yeah.
They want to interact.
They want conversation.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us. It was a pleasure to see you guys tonight, and we're looking forward to seeing you next week.
Have a great one. Bye.
Bye.